However, everything that he did was wrong. For example, he stated that we only had to place the oil tank on 4 bricks, 1 brick for each leg that could rest just on the dirt out in the yard. Then he bent the copper oil line so that it ran in a large circle like a loop-de-loop before going into the house. Furthermore, the oil line was hooked up incorrectly, so it leaked oil. Then, when I was not looking, Rudy poured something that stunk like vinegar into the oil tank. We had put like 50 gallons of fuel oil in the oil tank, and then he put in something like vinegar when I was not looking. So I drove him back after a couple of days, and then I returned to my house to throw out all of the open food and medicine products again. And then I disconnected the oil line and drained the 50 gallons of oil that we put in that now stunk like vinegar. And I brought that oil in jugs to the recycling center. I then had to install a professional weight-bearing patio that was capable of sustaining the weight of a heavy 275-gallon oil tank. I then had to install a whole new oil line, one that was flared correctly and did not leak oil. Rudy called me several times after that, but as I was busy correcting all of this, I first ignored his calls. Then, a couple months later, he called up again, and this time I answered the phone and I told him that I did not appreciate the work that he did here last. I told him that it was careless and dangerous. The fuel line leaked and it was set up to ruin the furnace. The foundation he suggested for the oil tank would have caused the oil tank to sink into the ground, tip over, and then spill hundreds of gallons of fuel all around the base of my house. And something that smelled like vinegar had mysteriously gotten into the oil tank. So, I told him, I don't know if that stroke is affecting your brain more than you thought, but you have definitely changed, and I'm not going to hire you for any more work. And since I'm going to be very busy this upcoming year, I'm not planning on socializing, especially with you. Whereupon he said fine and hung up. After about a month, he began calling every few weeks again, each time leaving messages sounding more pathetic and bizarre. I recorded the last 2 messages that he left, and I will play those now.
Friday, 9:16 p.m.
Hello, my ass. Dude, like breaking up with a girl and not even ever getting a reason why. Just call me and tell me what the fuck's up. Alright, talk to you soon. He's gonna call me. There's a fucking me to call to see you. I want to tell him what to say. I want to know what to say to him.
Saturday, 3:27 p.m. You have 1 new message and 1 old message. Monday, 10:51 p.m.
Hey, John Jr. Howard. Hey, I'm really disappointed that we're not friends anymore. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. Whatever I did to you, and made you treat me so badly, let me know so I can correct it. I think it's going to have to do with that oil tank that I helped with. It was a pretty crazy job, and yeah, I probably would have advised you make it a little more secure, strap it to the building. But I didn't think you were that into going through that.
have messages.
I recorded a short interview with Rudy during his stay in the spring of 2018. I recorded a brief conversation with Rudy one morning. I wanted a recording of him talking about his current residence at 360 Straits Turnpike. I did not really understand why he was living in a place like that. So this is what Rudy said concerning his current address.
We can time it so that I can stop in right at the airport and show them the ID I have and make sure.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
But if they say no, I can't use it, we gotta get a letter from the mayor of my town or something.
Yeah, so I rented that apartment from you in Waterbury like in, what was that? Starting like around March of 2014.
Yeah,
And then I went to summer of 2015 there. And then, when did you stay there till? In Waterbury?
just a year.
And did that guy who owned the place end up evicting you, or what did he say to get you out? How did he lock you out?
He just said that he sold the house and that I had to be out for a deal of clothes or something. By a certain day, I just left. He didn't evict me.
So that guy that owned the grocery store next to us, he didn't buy it?
He bought it.
He bought it and then he kicked you out. He had the store right next door. So you're trying to hook him up with a good property and that's how he repays you?
He didn't kick me out. I moved on ahead of time.
Oh yeah?
But he did steal all my shit that I had.
He got the encyclopedias?
Yeah, my compressor.
I was gonna try to buy those from you. I could have used those for some of my research,
They were
man.
worth like $400 on mine.
I was gonna try to offer you like a couple $100 for that. That's all I
I
had.
got a bunch left.
You do?
I meant to say so.
How'd you say some of them?
Well, I took them.
Ahead of time.
Well, I wanted to take them. No, I took them when I had to move out.
You got them at your house right now?
Yeah, the one I'm at.
Yeah, I'll take a look. All right, cool. Because the library over here, they looked at me funny. They're like, encyclopedias. We don't have encyclopedias. And I'm like, you don't have a reference section at the library? Like a reference section is the most important books, like encyclopedias. And she goes, yeah, we don't have a reference sections. They're taking reference sections out of libraries now. And I'm like, in the state of New Hampshire? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's probably the only reason why some people go to the library. It's just check out your reference section. That's the most important books in the library. So I'm sorry you're taking it out.
Yeah, you're welcome to them. I'm pretty sure I got like at least 10 of them.
Right. And then so right from there you moved to that place in Watertown on the lake. Right?
I think that's where they got ruined. Because they left them, we moved in and we had them in the truck and it rained.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you got them.
You ever watch the show Monk?
No, I have not.
He's like a compulsive disorder guy.
Yeah.
He won't step on the cracks of the sidewalk.
Right, right. What do they call him, Monk?
I don't know, it's a really funny show.
Is he just a disabled guy, or does he have?
It's like he don't like dirt or nothing.
What does he do for a living?
He's a detective.
He's a detective. All right, and real quick. So in that Watertown, in the first place in Watertown, I forget the name of the road. Do you remember the name of the road? It was like, I have it written down, Pawnee Road or something. Yeah, you live at 131 Pawnee Road, and that was nice. It looked like a lake house right in the water. The neighborhood looked real run down though. It looked kind of like the ghetto of all lake neighborhoods, but
Yeah,
you had a nice house right in the lake. So then you were there for about a year?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months, and the guy said he needed to evict you due to the fact that he wanted to rent that place to his brother, right?
Yeah. He never did.
And then when you moved out of there, what year would you say? I mean, what month would you say that you moved out of there?
It was September
September. Of what year?
17.
Of 17. And then you moved into, I didn't even get the address. Davis Street in Watertown for like a few months.
It's 2 months.
And why did they evict you out of there?
The same thing, his father was ill and fucking was locked him off, whatever country they're from.
They keep on fucking with you guys, kicking you out, giving you apartments. And then you wound up in this piece of shit hellhole that you're in now.
I like it.
Yeah. It would be all right if you guys owned it, but you got that other character lurking around, and he is the grandson of
Son of the owner.
the son of the owner. And yeah, just I don't know if he's just saying that to mess with people, but that concrete slab downstairs that he says that they got a dead Indian encased in concrete down there. I don't know if that's kind of like a joke or what. Does that look like part of the foundation to the house, or does that look kind of odd?
It looks odd.
Now, when do they start using concrete? Because
I know it some don't seem right with it, but I don't want to talk about a lot of shit because I'm already trying to go to sleep.
yeah, all right, well, I just wanted to establish that, okay? Because I don't want to affiliate you with that house over there, okay?
Yeah.
So you just moved into that house in what month?
January
January of 2018, so
17.
No, it was 2018.
Whatever. We missed Christmas because we moved in right around Christmas time.
Right, so the end of 17 to the beginning of 18. So you've been there, let's say December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. And that guy that hangs on the property, you said that he is the son of the owner.
He got evicted out there
He got evicted,
just before we moved in.
so his dad told him to leave, and his dad owns properties all on that hill supposedly, right? That's what he was saying?
Well, he owns the houses on the property.
On that street, he owns like 2 or 3 houses, right?
On the drive, yeah, he owns a house across the street.
And the house down when you first drive in, I guess, too, right?
Yep.
So that guy, he's an old German guy. That's what, what's his name, Justin, the younger kid that was there?
Yeah.
He was saying that they're from Germany, and his dad owns those houses on that street.
What time is there any stores open right now?
Maybe we could take a ride in a little bit, but so he was living across the street with some old lady,
They live on the same side of the road.
same side of the road, with some in that apartment downstairs, or
Two houses down.
2 houses down, to take care of an older lady that his that his father also rents to. Okay.
No, she owns that house.
So she owns that house?
Yeah.
How many houses are on your street? There's 3. There's yours, there's the one with the
You're
beehives.
talking my driveway?
Yeah. You're my buddy, Rudy.
There, you drive up the driveway, the house on the right-hand side belongs to the property. You go behind that house and go up, and there's my house.
Yeah, when we drive up, we pass the house right. As soon as you drive up on the right, you go on the bend, you see your house, a blue house on the left, then you see a brown house on the right with beehives in there. So I counted 3 houses on that street.
Oh no, there's another one on the other side of that house. There's
Okay.
one next to the one going up the driveway.
Huh, yeah, I don't know the area too well and everything. I just keep a video record of some stuff, and I've known you for a long time. I've known you since 2010, and I don't want to affiliate you with that house you just moved into, all right?
Why is that?
It doesn't look so good, Rudy. It doesn't look too good. So I just wanted that on the record, bro, all right?